Right, 1950 Pontiac Chieftain Silver Streak. It's got a very noisy gearbox. The rear oil seal's leaking on the gearbox, and all the gear shifter linkage needs looking at as such. So yesterday, this part here, that is first and reverse. Push it down, or it should be spring loaded down. That's the second and the third. But all of this was really loose.
Okay.
Now that piece there is made out of Mazak, which is monkey metal Mazak. It's a poor grade aluminium alloy of sorts. I think it's got zinc in it, I'm not sure. But the thread has gone in there. It works that as you move it up and down, is on a thread in there. The top half was completely worn out, and all of this was flapping around, and it was almost ready to let go. So it's only held in by spring loaded pins. So I took all of that apart, managed to clean the threads out, and I cut it down, or remachined the threads in there to get another turn and a half on it. So that now is lower than where it should be. There should be a gap here, but it still operates okay. So that's hopefully solved that problem there. It's all got to come out again, but to be greased up properly. But I just wanted to get that done because I couldn't move the car yesterday because it was pissing down with rain. So that'll have to come out again, but I'm not worried about that. So the next thing to do is get it up on the ramp and take the gearbox out and see what's making the horrible noises inside the gearbox.
Okay.
First gear is very noisy. If the cogs are gone, they're very hard to get parts for these. They're called BOP, Buick Oldsmobile Pontiac. They're quite hard to get bits. You'd think they'd be the same as the Buick, which you can get everything for, but they're not. So all we can do is strip it down. It might just be a bearing. You know, who knows? Like in the Kawasaki, it could be a noisy bearing. But till we get it apart, we don't know. So I've got to get it up on a ramp, take the gearbox out.
Okay.
Which sounds horrendous, but it's not. Drain the oil out of her, whip the prop shaft out. You've got a great big car, that's your tail shaftlet, there, and your gearbox goes from there to there, that's it.
That's it.
It's tiny, isn't it? Well, didn't have a lot of oil in there, so it's probably, we'll change the rear main seal, like I said, so it's probably all come out of there.
Not a lot at all.
Nah. Those two stay on. Put the drain plug back in for a minute. Right, speedo drive out. Tuck him up out of the way. Right, gear linkage is off now. Was heavy.
Not making a meal of it, are you?
No.
Not good?
Not good. Right, so clearly something's horrible in there. If that isn't seated properly, it does make a horrible noise in first gear. Right, so let's get the tail shaft off first. See what's going on. Much the same setup as a Buick shifter, but it's a smaller gearbox. go. Right. That bearing's knackered. Now this gives me a chance I can pull all the synchro meshes apart, work out how it all comes apart in a minute. Right, let's get all our shifters out. I think that bearing's knackered.
Blimey, just a bit moment.
See what I mean about you have to repair all the holes and things, so they've all just mashed themselves oval. So make up little inserts to go in there and stuff, you know. Plug comes out. Push that round so you can lift him out of there. And that one will come out of there. Like so. It's not looking good on that synchro mesh. Ooh! There's teeth on that. We'll get it out in a minute. That's not good. Unless you count the shaft. And that be bollocks, as the statement goes. I've done a lot of these, so I'm not really noticing where I throw all the pile of bits, so...
I think that every time we do this.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, so we'll leave that one in, yeah?
Okay.
It hasn't got much end float on it. Oh, I don't know, it's got fair, but we might have to take that out. But they're pinned. See that hole there? That's a pin you knock in that way and it holds the shaft in. Okay. And they're almost impossible to get out.
Time for a bit of diagnosis, Doctor.
Yes. That's our ball bearing at the end of the shaft. Ew, that's not very well. That's not good. Right, basically, that side of that, which runs on that gear there, which is also bollocks. Right, can you see the difference between that side of that gear and that side of the gear there? See the rust, that's had water on it, or it's got a big lump of crap in it.
Just point that out again.
That's smooth, yeah?
Oh yeah.
That's had it. So that side that's smooth is running your reverse idler gear. It's either had metal forced in there or it's rust. See that edge there? There? there,
Yeah.
there, 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 there. Basically, that's had it. That's had it. That synchromesh drive there, which goes into that synchromesh on your nose cone. That's mullered as well. That's without even looking at the bolt rings. Kind of knew there was something very wrong with it because of the noises, but you take them apart to see if it's just bearing noise. Clearly that isn't just bearing. I mean, the bearings are shag, but that's not. That's way beyond a bearing.
What's good?
The first motion shaft doesn't look bad. The bearing's just shot. Teeth in that look okay. Bolt ring on the synchromesh feels like it's binding okay. We'll take that apart. Have a look. But realistically, unless you get another gearbox, that's game over.
Really?
Oh, I mean, it'll go back together and it'll run. It'll just get noisier and noisier and noisier. You know, these are precision ground pieces of kit. When you've got 30 thou missing off the edge of a tooth,
Oh god, yeah.
it's just going to rattle itself to death, you know?
So it's quite catastrophic, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been noisy. Hence, why? Those bearings are shot in the first motion shaft as well, the little taper rollers. The bolt rings ain't too bad, the synchro-meshes should work. But realistically, it doesn't matter what you do with the synchro-meshes if the gears are that fucked. What I'm going to have to do is sit down on a computer and try and work out if Buick parts fit them, because they're called a BOP gearbox, Buick Oldsmobile Pontiac. But he wants it back to go to Goodwood with, so it's probably better to just sling it back together and see if he can find another gearbox, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But obviously I can make all the gear shifter linkage mechanism work a lot better. Replace the nose bearing and the tail shaft bearing, because they definitely had it. If he wants to order the parts, if we can find the parts, I'll have to go sift through part numbers and things like that to see if Buick stuff is the same. And I've got 37 Buick gearboxes sitting in the garage, but I think all the internals, it's a top shifter, I think they're completely different internals. Yeah, not looking good, I'm afraid.